Tom Petty, don't come around here no more. Alright, so I'll play through all the different sections for you right off the top here. Afterwards, I'll go back through and guide you through with a little more detail, and I'll walk through there. Before we get to all that, pretty please hit that subscription button, help out the channel, that'd be cool. Let's get on to it. Okay, so for starters, of course, there's, you can either play this on a real sitar, or you can have one of those cool sitar simulation effects. I'm just going to show it to you a clean guitar, just so you can hear it, and before it goes into any processing or anything like that. So this is just how it is straight up guitar. Okay, so for the intro here, we have a couple little riffs that come in. The first is this interesting little scale that happens, kind of in a different key here, but it's cool that it just got tossed in there. So it's basically, we're going to hit an open D string here. We'll come down, hit the second on the G, slide it up to 4, hit that 4 again, slide that up to 7, hit the 7 by itself, hit the 7 and slide it back down to 4, open D, back to 4. Okay, so slowly, it's something like... And the following sections here, this is where, the more sitar sounding effect comes in. It's all going to be based in the key of F here. So we'll come up here to 5 on the G. We're going to hit that. We'll hit the 6 on the B, come off to a couple 3s on the B. All right. And the second part of that, start it the same way, 5G, 6B. But now we end it with a couple 3s on the G. And after we hit those couple 3s, we're going to come up and do this little bit. We hammer on 6 to 8 on the high E, back to the 6. Alright, so let's just do this whole intro section up to speed so you can hear it. Alright, and then everything comes in, and we get this main riff. It's kind of composed of two different guitars. One's kind of just doing this up and back down kind of scaling, picking thing. And the other one's just kind of providing some drone tones, because it's, really sitar style here. So the first one, we're just going to be bouncing between some notes here. You come up to the 5 where we were on the G. You want to do a couple of those 5s, and then we hit the 6 on the B. Alright, and then we do it again. Alright, and now we're going to shift a bit. We still stick with those 5s on the G, but we come down and hit 3 on the E. All right, we're going to do that twice. All right, next bit, the 5's on the G, and then we're going to do 5 on the E. All right, and we wrap it all up by just going right back to the 3 on the E with those 5 Gs. Okay, just 2 times each for all of it, and we're just, slowly scaling up and coming back. All right, so if you wanted to just follow like the bass for this and just play some chords, I provided those up top. It's basically just F chord, okay, to a A sharp, to the C, back to the A sharp. Okay, if you just wanted to do some chords following along with the bass, you could do that. All right, and the second guitar in here, or sitar, whatever you want, it's just providing some drone tone here, which is basically just F, and it's just bouncing between some F octaves here. So we're just going to hit 3 on the D here and 1 on the F. Okay, and we're just going to bounce between those. All right, now it's just going parallel with the other arpeggiated riff there. Okay, so let's just do this all up to speed. All right, the bridge section comes along, and I put these chords in parentheses here because there's not technically, a guitar just in here strumming away, and you can hear it. These are just the basic chords that are happening. So if you wanted to play guitar chords during this section, this is what's happening. So it just goes to a C, couple measures, and from there to an A minor. But here you can mimic the string section that comes in there, which is pretty cool. It just does this tiny little scale. We just do like 4 open A's, then 4 the 3 on the A, to 4 2's on the D, and then just come back and hit a 3 on the A. That's fun to mimic. All right, and from there we kind of start over again. We hit the C for a couple measures. All right, and then here we shift around a little bit. We do a split the measure, do a G to A minor, and then back to a G for the second measure. Okay, to the C again. Couple measures there. And after this, we're going to do just some like slow scaling up that'll get us back to that F for the main pattern. Okay, and to do that, basically, we're just going to hit a G, A minor, A sharp, to the C, and then we just get right back to the F. All right, so let's just play this all up to speed now. Okay, a little interlude section comes in, and a couple just small little sitar riffs in there. We're going to come up to 6 on the B here, and we quickly hit that to a 5 on the E, hammer that onto the 6E, hit that 6E again, and then just come off to the 5. All right, and you're going to want to repeat that 3 times. All right, and after 3 times, we more or less do it again up to a point. We do the 6B, 5E, hammered to 6E, hit the 6E. But now we come up. We hit the 8E, come off to 6, and then quickly 6, 5, 6, 5 to 6B. Okay, so pretty simple little riffs here, scaling up, coming back down. Let's do it up to speed. Alright, the outro comes along, and it gets a little more rockin', of course. And basically, it's just going to follow that same main pattern progression. You could do some power chords here with 8th note strumming. So, you know, just... And like I said, so we'll be at the F, first fret here on the E, 1 measure's worth. Okay, bring it down to the A sharp on the first of the A here. Okay, up 2 frets for the C, the 3rd fret here, and then just back down 2 frets to the A sharp. Alright, and it just rocks that out throughout the outro. And leading up into this outro part, we get this swell from a guitar just hitting some F notes here. Basically, you just hit the C and the F on the first of the B and first of the E here, and just 8th note strumming on that, and just keep that going. Okay, so pretty simple once we just start rocking this out at the end. Let's do it up to tempo. Alright, and at the end, we get this heavy wah effect coming in. It's pretty fun. We just kind of cut loose a bit, and this is all kind of based around like an F minor pentatonic, so you know your pentatonic scales, and you can just play around with that. For the most part, it starts this riff where we're just going to hit that 1 on the B and the E, hit that, give it some wah, just let it ring. Okay, and then we come up, hit the 3 on the G, give it a bend, release off to 1, come back to the 3s, hit those a couple times, some vibrato. Okay, come off 3 to 1 on the G, and then come up low and hit that first on the E here. Alright, so just kind of playing around with that. And if you know, I'll leave you a link in the description here if you want to check out wah and effects, all that stuff. And after we go through that a couple times, then you can come up high and just get a little more solo-y with it. You know, still F minor pentatonic, but we're going to be like 16 on the high E here. Give that a couple bends, come off to 13 a couple times, maybe come up, hit the 16 on the B, give that a bend. Just playing around in that area. Meanwhile, you know, just give it some, you know, arbitrary wah, however you like. Something like that, you know, just play around with that. So, just up to tempo, it'd be something like this. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Like it, share it, leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Do me a favor and hit the subscription button. I put out a video pretty frequent, so you don't want to miss out on that. Check out the links in the description box below. I have really cool links for tablature books, all the gear I use, t-shirts, fun stuff like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.